Looking for commentators this morning, boys, if anybody fancies an hour or so in the commentary box. Don't all run up at once. They assume Matt White's hanging. Morning everyone, just do a quick roll call so you can just shout up for calling your name out. Seb Webb. There's a surprise. Josh Kane. Rob Ward. Craig Lakin. Stefan Risidi. Matt Lawrenson. Arfan Dad. Max. Tom Barley. Liam Farrell, Greg Batten, Steve Petty, Matt Barcock, Gav Lomax, Simon Fitzsimons, John Rowe. Okay everyone, gonna get the matches on, apart from the 3 stream, so I won't call those out yet, we're just sorting out the commentators. So table 3, Arfan Dad, Max Nosko. Table 1, John Barley, Liam Farrell. Table 2, Greg Batten, Steve Petty. Table 9, Matt Barcock, Gav Lomax. Table 10, Simon Fitzsimons, John Rowe. Scoreboards are at the top table. level 2, Greg Batten, Steve Petty. Okay, the 3 stream matches just don't start until we give you the okay. But on table 5, Seb Webb. Table 4, Rob Bourne, Craig Lakin. And table 11, Stefan Risidi, Matt Lawrenson. Just a quick, we have got keys from a couple of the hotels. If anybody's staying at the Clayhanger Guest House in room number 7, we've got keys here. We do have a Premier Inn card.
Morning, everybody. It's Matt Lawrenson here against Stefan Risidi. Reggie got on the commentary box, joined by Hayden Finning. Interesting game. I think Matt's priced at 4-7 and Stefan at 5-4. I think maybe a little bit more time actually got this one pretty much even.
Well, I watched Matt Lawrenson play, and I think he's an absolute machine. I think if it was down to me, I would put Lawrenson slight favourite. But I mean, Risidi's obviously a good player as well. They both play all year round, and they so I think it'll be a very good game. But I'll stick my head out. I fancy Lawrenson just.
Yeah, I think Lawrenson. For me, having watched him yesterday, looked very good in patches. And at other times, obviously, one or two little mistakes creeping in. But generally, he's a flair player, an attacking player. He doesn't. There isn't a lot of fudging going to be happening where he's concerned.
No.
He played. We played. Lawrenson, obviously, in a money game at his place at Q8 Sports Bar with Craig Lake, and I think Craig won 25-20, I think, in the end. But to be fair to Matt Lawrenson, that was as I said to his people, I said, you should get behind him, because I said, looking at what I saw tonight, I said, against a seasoned money player like Lakin, I said, to only be losing 25-20, I said, he'll go again. I said, he'll have learnt from one or two things he's done today against Lakin that he'll do differently next time out. So therefore, I said, obviously, for all those people that you maybe lost money tonight, I said, but trust me, I says, this kid will make you money going forward. I says, because he's got a game, he's got a real good game, and it's just a little bit of fine-tuning here and there, and that's just, with every game you play, you learn, pick up little bits, add little bits to your game, add those key moments, and you learn from those little mistakes that you make at those key moments, and you look back later on that night when the match is over and think, if I'd have just done that differently.
It's always a turning point that you can improve on.
Exactly. So here we go. It's 0-0 to first frame.
A nice break.
Yeah, lovely break-off shot. Yellows seem to have presented themselves, and there doesn't seem to be, too many obvious problems, apart from just keeping hold of the white and choosing the correct path. That's important, obviously, to play the right shot. My apologies, I've got a little bit of a heavy chest, so I've got a bit of breathing going on, but I can't help that at the moment. My sinuses obviously aren't the best. But anyway, here we go. He's making light work of this Hayden, isn't he?
Yeah, so I didn't expect
him. Doesn't hang about.
No, he doesn't. I didn't expect him to miss off here, but I think he would ideally want to leave the one in the middle last to obviously get close to the black, but
I'd actually
I think he can now, but
he could drop this in and come down to the top cushion.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I would have wanted to come just below the red, below the pink, so you can just sort of like a stun shot, give it a bit, and stun up the rail and get somewhere close. He's played it with a check side there, and
not bad.
It's not bad.
Be a little bit hampered, but
again, there to me that looked just a little bit quick, just down quick and played it. I think he could have played, but he's only going to drop it in. There's nothing to do with the white here. Just drop the ball in. Here we go.
Yeah,
and there you go. It's 1-0. So fair play. He's as I say, he doesn't hang about. For anyone that hasn't watched him before, who's listening to the stream and watching the game, he doesn't hang about. So it should be pretty, where he's concerned, it's going to be pretty fast flowing. And Stefan's no slouch, neither is he.
No. I'll be fair to it, I haven't really seen both of them play loads, only little bits, and obviously be a good game. As I said, I fancy Lawrenson, but you never know in pool.
Yeah, exactly. For anybody that's watching and wants to know a bit of information, there's you can go to Q Score, which tells you, obviously gives you updates all the time on what's happening from the championship as it unfolds.
Yeah, they've spent a bit of money on these tablets now, haven't they? And you can, as soon as you press it, it's updated on the website straight away.
I think fantastic. And really, we was on about that last night on the journey home, and I think it's a great idea. Obviously, the way it's all synced and linked, and of course, as soon as a player touches the tablet to put up a score, and it's straight online, and everybody can see that he's won that frame. So there's none of this delay where you're waiting with your phone for an update.
On your bets.
Yeah. So it's improving with each time. Obviously,
he is, yeah.
the tournament's getting better and better. Little things are being added, and that can only be good for the players. Really, in the long run, can only be a good thing for the players. So therefore, here we go. It's Matt Lawrenson looking at the yellows, and again,
I get some development. Not a good.
this
bad shot.
time they're not quite as straightforward. Obviously, we've got a yellow on either rail in the top half of the table, which will both obviously take some potting and getting on and getting in behind. But apart from that, the other four are pretty much out in the open by themselves with the black. So it'd be interesting to see, wouldn't it, which way he goes here. What's he thinking at this point?
Yeah, obviously he's quite attacking minded, so I don't know if he's fancies this still or not, but...
Well, what I was thinking is, he's looking at the shot I was looking at. I think maybe the yellow up the rail, because there's
just in
there's
case.
reds up that side of the table, and if you put it on the pocket,
You cover
then it's there, isn't it? But he just got down and knocked that in like it was over the pocket.
It looks like he's feeling good straight away there, isn't he? He's putting that down the early doors. A few big games around both on the live stream. There's 3 tables, so on YouTube all 3 have been streamed. You got obviously a good mate of yours, Seb Webb, and Josh Kane, which is an awesome game.
Yeah,
and obviously Lakin and Warren, obviously last tournament win for Warren, wasn't it?
Rob Warren won the big 10k event here a couple of months back, 2.5 months ago, and Craig won this event last year. So yeah, I'll say there's some serious fireworks over there on them tables, without question. And
it'd be good to have a Lakin Seb Webb final. How good would that be, eh?
Wouldn't that be something?
That would be fireworks.
Dear, here we go down the rail. How's your queuing? Not quite right this time.
Don't think he's covered it either. But
no, first real chance then for Stefan. How's he feeling? It's close, Hayden. I tell you, I think if anything,
I think dead weight maybe it will.
I think dead weight, but worst case scenario, certainly Stefan will be able to get control of that pocket.
Yeah, definitely.
And this is what I was on about yesterday with Matt Lawrenson. That pretty much when they're there, he's just getting them.
Yeah.
But every now and again, yesterday when I was watching him, there'd be the odd shot where there'd be something like that where it's down a rail and it's not that straight, and he'd throw one in, and it would obviously just break up the flow of his game.
Yeah.
And against certain players, that's important, because when you've got somebody on the back foot, you want to keep them on the back foot. When you miss a ball like that, and
it opens the door.
Yeah, opens the door just that little bit. And of course, when you're playing at this level in these tournaments, that's all the other player wants. Just open that door for me, mate. Thanks very much.
Early door shots.
And Stefan's obviously had a go at that, committed to it fully, and it hasn't gone in. But again, with that red going
close, it made it a little bit awkward.
It's just made the finish that little bit more awkward. It just means a little bit more tact on the positional shots, obviously. Whereas when there was no red near the 3 yellow near the black, it gives you that bit more scope to play for both pockets. Now you're very much obviously concentrating on the bottom right.
Yeah.
So a little bit of.
That's a good shot, that is. Off a red. I think that's landed as a plant as well.
Yeah, he's had a result there. If that is clearly, as you can see on your screens, when you're watching this, those yellows, if you're anywhere close to where the black is in that area, that'd be a pretty straightforward plan. Just dolly it in, and it'll be interesting to see, obviously, how he gets back to the plant, because the yellow over the top left corner, the yellow corner pocket, is straight. So he's dipping out. He doesn't like it. So of course he's happy just to
probably the right shot.
Yeah, that's the right shot. And of course now, having opened the 2 yellows up, he only needs he will feel he'll only need one chance here to take a 2-0 lead. So a pretty good start from the Lawrenson camp, obviously, for those that are supporting Matt Lawrenson. Kind of a different feel to the room today, looking in here.
A bit more tense.
The Saturday's so justly and bustly. There's so many bodies, so many people. And of course, you get to the Sunday morning situation where you're down to the last 16 players, 8 from the losers, 8 from the winners, and it's just a different feel.
Feeling, yeah.
Yeah, it's a different feel. It's like when you go to any of the big tournaments, Babto, Golden 8 Ball, Yarmouth, and it's mad
Yeah,
on
the Sunday.
mad on the Friday and the Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy, and then of course, when the Sunday comes,
They're
and
quiet.
You walk into the arena with your cue case. Everyone looks at each other. And everybody sees who's still left in the event. Which team is the favourite, or are the favourites still there, or that's a good team over there, or he's still in the singles, and it's just like a totally different atmosphere on the Sunday. It brings with it as well a real air of expectation and tension, and just. But in a different way, there's not so much noise, it's a lot quieter. Now it's very serious business here.
Yeah, it's good.
There's a lot of good players in this room today, that have come through, whether they're in the winner section still, in the first 8, and of course, or the loser section. I mean, I look in front of me over there, just going away from the game, and obviously Simon Fitzsimmons is on the next table.
John Rowe, ex-world champion.
Ex-world champion, of course. You've got next table, I think, is it Matt Barcock playing Gav Lomax.
You've got Greg Batten in the losers as well.
Yeah, Greg Batten's up the top of the arena. Liam Farrell's up there as well.
You've got Nosko still in the main, obviously. The winner's
of course,
side.
You've got who's a pre-tournament favourite, Steve Petty is here as well. Can't see which table he's on.
He's playing Greg, I think. And,
he's playing Greg Batten. I mean, that's a big match.
It's a big game, yeah.
But he, after losing to Seb Webb, Steve Petty caught fire. I mean, he dismissed the rest of his opponents.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know this until today. And he beat Seb Webb, told me on the way here this morning, because Seb and Craig have both travelled up with me and get them here in one piece. And basically said he played Dave McNamara, and Dave's no slouch, good player Dave. And Steve Petty's dismissed him 8-1. I mean, jeez,
Yeah, he is class, but
you couldn't pick that result before the match. I mean, you'd have said, well, Steve Petty's favourite, 8-4, 8-5 maybe.
Yeah.
8-1. I mean, that's flattering, but it shows you he's here, and he's here to do the business. And on top of that, he's shown there very much why he's pleased up to the result with that type of result. Very capable player, and so great result for Seb Webb.
I mean,
to take him out.
To be fair, I'm going to sort of eat my own words, because obviously all the Facebook rubbish, and you have the banter and whatever, you have money match talk, and I've watched Seb this weekend, and I think he is. I think he's really, really good. I think he's a lot better than people think. I know he has this. I think he's hilarious as well. But what I've watched of him, he just dishes for fun. Seb, when he's on it, I must admit, I was watching him. I've given him credit. I really rate him. So.
Well, the thing about Seb is what most people don't realise. Like you said, apart away from the Facebook lives that you see, over the last couple of years, I mean, Seb's money match record generally, a lot of people don't know this, is very, very good. Apart from obviously the George Turney loss last year in September, and then of course followed that, I think in January this year, he lost to Ben Mackey down at St Albans. Apart from those two games, if you look, Seb has lost and I think there was one other last year, and that was against Tom Barley at Scunthorpe. But he's generally, overall, when you look at how many games he's played and how many he's won, in prize money, that sort of thing, or should I say money match money, so he's got a fantastic record. And I think this last 12 months, 18 months, Seb's really, for me, he's improved as an all-round player.
Definitely,
he's not just a mad, some people might say he's just an electrifying mad potter. He isn't.
No.
His all-round game, he's become a more all-round complete player, a smarter player, and a very hard player. And of course, I think Steve Petty, when I looked across yesterday, as good as he is and comes very highly rated, looked very concerned at some points, obviously watching Seb, thinking, do you know what? Some people would have thought, well, he's 1 to 5 on to beat Seb. But the body language yesterday would certainly not suggest that he was 1 to 5 on, because he looked very concerned, having watched Seb and sort of, if you like, stood there watching Seb play. He looked very obviously concerned, thinking actually this guy, contrary to what people might say, this guy can actually play, and I've got my work cut out here.
I watched Seb against Matt Barcock last night. Last night, wasn't it? And Seb was just, whatever chance he had, he was taking him out.
Yeah,
every
it was,
chance, and
well, that was a very, very high standard
it was a very
match.
good game. What I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, I think Matt Barcock had five out of his 9 frames were dishes.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
played
being
well
funny,
as well.
Aidan. You know how many times you can play a best of, I don't know, 21? If you dish 5 out of your...
You fancy winning, wouldn't you?
You think, well,
Yeah.
I'm going to be somewhere, I'm fancy winning that game. And of course, he's come up short, so shows anybody who didn't get to see it, obviously because it wasn't on stream, what a high quad. That's probably Seb's match of the tournament so far.
Yeah.
Without question, Seb's played superb to beat Matt Bar. I mean, I don't really know who Matt Barcock, and I've never seen him before, but having watched some of his play, he's a very, very good player.
Yeah, he
so,
is.
good result for Seb, even though Matt Barcock's not a name and Seb is. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Matt Barcock there was within a frame or two either way there. Frame or two swing, and it was him going through, so...
Yeah.
So he's not to be, obviously, playing Gavlomax over there, he's not to be taken lightly. He's capable, and that's going to be an interesting game, that one, between them two. I think that'd be quite a long game, long drawn out. If I can't see there being, I think there's going to be a lot of that today, mutual respect for each player, whether they're not thinking, and obviously not taking too many risks, because you're just at that stage now in the loser section where
He can't afford to.
you can't afford to do that,
No.
because of course that can be good night and,
Yeah.
and on your way home.
I mean, first to 8 obviously is a little bit less distance to the 11,
yeah,
so
definitely, yeah. So if
you
you
need
get
to
off
start
to
off well, yeah.
if you get off to a bad start, obviously you're under more pressure. If you go, I mean, like here, Stefan's 2-0 down, but because this is a race to 11, he won't be panicking. He
No,
knows
not
there's plenty
yet,
of
no.
time to turn this round. But if you go to the 2 or 3-0 down in a race to 8, you know you can't afford too many more mistakes because you're already 3. And it, like say, as the matches unfold, I mean, it's brilliant the way, like you were saying about the tablets. Last year we were having to just make sure we were touching the scores and on the stream. And this year we don't have to do that. We're just sat here, and
Relax.
because the players do it, it's automatically coming
Yeah,
up
it's
on our
done.
screen. So
It's good.
we can just concentrate, sit back in our chairs, and just talk obviously about the matches. And again, Matt Lawrenson is in and in looking every bit like he's going to be moved further clear at 3.
Very good form at the moment. As someone just said there, I don't know who he played, but because Darren McVicker mentioned it to me as well, Matt just had a money match, and I think a big money match, and he won. I can't remember who he played.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was he played, but he beat a very good player. I'm trying to think who that was.
I didn't see much of it on Facebook until Darren mentioned it the other day, and yesterday, and so if someone fancy putting it on the chat and give us details. And that's 3-0.
3-zip and pretty straightforward, and Stefan will need to start imposing himself on this match at some point. He doesn't want to give Matt too many frames, like head start, but he hasn't, to be fair, he hasn't done a lot wrong to be 3-0 down, so apart from missed the one ball in frame 2 down to the bottom corner.
That was it.
But I mean, he was up against it off the breaks. Obviously, I think Matt got him first, missed the ball up the rail. And of course, if Stefan had a situation where his red had passed that yellow, it may have been a different game, but I think he was forced to take the other one. Obviously, he's wobbled it, missed it, it's gone across, and Matty's cleared up. And again, in that frame, Matt's got on the better set, and Stefan chasing, and the white was almost in there, and see, he's gone dry, and the frustration's clear to see on Stefan's face. You're looking at the table. And the arm's gone out, the despairing hand's gone out where, Jesus Christ, come on, and he's left virtual drop-ins, and if the yellow that's just to the left of the black spot, below the black spot, goes past that red, you can pretty much say this is,
Yeah,
I would say this is 4-0.
Obviously, yellows is only the one hard one next to the red and needs to develop, but
should he land on the one that's closest to the pink spot, yellow that is?
Yeah, I think that's probably get the best angle on that, I'm assuming, to knock the other yellow out. But
it could be a match of 2 halves, so Hayden. I mean, we've seen it.
Know.
It's like it's 3-0 to Matt, and let's say okay, by frame 7, frame 8, it's 6-2, something like that. But it's easily done where somebody wins the first part of the match 6-2, and then all of a sudden there's like a momentum shift. So like I say, because it's race to 11, it's not panic stations yet for Stefan, but he'll want to get on the board sooner rather than later.
He's probably feeling still a little bit nervous because, as you know, you don't really settle into you win your first frame, so He's
That's
probably
right.
feeling a little bit.
Yeah, but just like say you just said it, until you sort of get on the board in a match, you don't, as I say, you don't feel quite part of it until you've actually won part of the black and racked the ball and said, well, I've got one on the board, and build on that. So he'll be standing there waiting, but he must be patient at this stage. He mustn't panic and start thinking, oh, look, getting too despondent and thinking, oh, I'm 3 behind. You just need to basically just wait for the opportunities that will come. And there's always momentum change and momentum swing in the most of these matches, and it's just a matter of being able to capitalise fully when that chance comes. And he needs to be patient. The chance will come, but at the same time, there's the shot that moves on the
Bit lucky, really.
He's landed on, and he's been unlucky. The problem was he didn't get the cannon in the manner
No.
that he needed to. He's got the cannon and flicked off the balls. He needed to swing into the yellow, because the yellow would have then pushed into the red would have moved up the table, and the yellow would have pushed through
the corner.
Yeah, towards the corner, and of course just tap it in and work your way up the table, and that would have been effectively 4-zip. As it is, like I said, there's always momentum swings, and there it is right there. He's had a bit of bad luck. He's played a positive shot, hasn't worked out. Should he not pot a ball here, look at the reds.
Yeah, I mean,
Stefan's not going to get much better chance than that.
You got to take these out, and
to get on the board and say, right, I've got my first straight 3-1. So big moment here. Matt Lawrenson, he can't even actually, Hayden, he can't even play off the side rail with side.
No, I think,
and hit the yellow and put it over the bag, because from our commentary position, if you look at the table, that shot's not on.
No, I think he just obviously now just hope to hit yellow and not give away a foul, and hopefully I think what he's looking at is obviously
off the cushion and
lows aside and flick the yellow in off the cushion. But
and just depending on how much he can get on this, here we go.
That's
and he's
shot.
made it.
Very good shot.
But as a
angle.
result of that, he doesn't now have the angle. And now this is that time, like I say, where the momentum has swung for Matty now to get back down to that yellow. Well, I don't know. I'll tell you what, Hayden. I'll let you describe to us how you're going to get down.
I think he needs a bit of magic. Put it this way.
A wand or something, and twirl it round and somehow.
I don't even think.
And now look at the reds for Stefan. If should he get a chance, which
you
would expect him to get a chance from here.
I don't really know. I mean, you could play the yellow in the middle and try a attempt to come down, but I don't know. He's got much on here. Someone's answered our question. Obviously, Matt must have beat Paul Riley in Matt's money match this year, so that's obviously a good win.
That's the guy, Paul Riley. Yeah, I think just like to take this opportunity while Matt's having a look at the shot to say the setup, obviously Beard Productions, having been here now for the last year and this year. I'm not sure if I came down, but certainly I've been to at least 3 or 4 of these events now at this venue, and the stream setup and everything else. Beard Productions, I've got to say this. It's not because obviously they're should I say, any personal friends, family in that respect, but as a stream goes, it's an absolutely first class setup. It really is. Yeah. You couldn't wish for better.
People don't obviously on Facebook, people don't realise the equipment they have. To be fair, I mean it's
amazing
ridiculous,
until
isn't it?
you think we look around City and think, Jesus, this is like a BBC studio.
You got obviously the billboard and for the interviews
setup.
and
if you look in there where you've got the stream set and all the equipment and the wires
so many
that
cameras,
are running up and the angles that they've created by doing that, and you can see, actually, to be fair, going forward, I would probably say next year that the table with Simon Fitzsimmons on against John Rowe, I can see it being, would you say next year, say 4 tables?
I would say definitely at least 4, yeah.
4 tables. So
I think even Kendall's talked about his dream would to have every table streamed, he said to me. Imagine that.
Imagine just being able to flick and
every game.
From game to game and go, right, but I don't like the look of that one. They're fudging for 10 minutes, so let's go and have a look what he's doing.
I mean,
Better's paradise.
Yeah, I mean, fair play to Lee. I've spoke to him about, obviously, it must have seen on Facebook the tour they're doing next year.
Yeah.
They're open up to both rule sets, which is what Paul needs. I mean, the banning does ruin the game. So to open up to both rule sets, I think, or rule set players, I think it'd be a brilliant tour, and this tour keeps getting better and better, and Lee's trying to improve it all the time. So
I tell you what, look at that shot Stefan just played. Okay, it's a ball in hand. Surely he was trying to play that in such a way to put the yellow on the top cushion, and he's overhit that by an absolute mile.
He must have tried to play it safe and just overhit it, because I don't see the point in it.
Because why would you play it that way, Hayden, and put it near the green corner pocket?
Yeah. He looks a bit uneasy at the moment.
Because it's now become a ball, should you miss, where you can punch that one in and you'd have a straight yellow to the opposite middle. So
Weird shot.
sometimes you shouldn't get involved.
No.
I say, where
Sometimes
you just pick the ball up and put all your own
I've
balls.
noticed with a free shot, sometimes people can overthink the free shot and make it sometimes worse for themselves. I mean,
Yeah,
you can overcomplicate it, and you just free shot, just try and make it easy. I mean, you don't even have to play safe. Just pot it and be confident.
Well, I tell you something. 20 years ago, right? Look, he's actually made an absolute pig's ear of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
20 years ago, we used to play Bapto.
Yeah,
You're
I
only
haven't played
young lad,
Bapto, no.
right? It was called Bapto, where you couldn't play. All the difference was you could just play the skill shot. That's always been there. That was part of Bapto. But you could roll up to a ball. You didn't have to hit the cushion. 20 years ago,
It's a bit
so
like
of course,
the old EPA and Bapto. Yeah.
So it was like the old EPA, but with
The skill, yeah.
a skilly. And of course, that still played into the fudger's hands a lot because fudgers could steal then, if you like. They didn't have to hit a cushion.
No,
they could
no,
still
no.
fudge you up.
He's
Got to be dreadfully disappointed with
You
that
feel
visit.
that.
That is just an
Slap the
absolute
table.
disaster. That's a disaster. Yeah, Stefan just looked at me from my commentary position, using at least 2 or 3 expletives there, which I'm
one
not
of the
allowed.
words is rubbish, so we can say that one.
Yes, the other one begins with an F, but I'm not allowed to say it.
Flipping rubbish. That was the one.
I don't think it began. I don't think it was F and L. I think it was F and another letter A. But again, my hands are tied. Being live, not to bring the game into disrepute with bad language. So, like with me and Aidan said, maybe there was no need to get involved with the yellow, and
I think sometimes people think with a free shot they have to do something with that free shot. I think sometimes the balls are open. Just play the pot and be confident with clearing up in one visit.
That's what I forgot to mention when I said about Bapto. Back in the day, it was the golden rule. We always said 1 free shot plus visit. And we always used to say when we started playing Bapto, as opposed to old EPA, we said use the free shot to at least put one of your opponent's balls.
Yeah, you do.
But
if they're open,
but going back to what we just said, sometimes you overthink.
Yeah, and you mess up.
You mess up, so it might just be better just to
Just
tap
clear
one of
up.
your own balls out into
Yeah.
and just clear up.
I prefer when I have a free shot is trying to make my balls better. Really, I always think of
I mean, this is not easy now. This should have been.
He's overran that a little bit.
Yeah, awkward queuing, but here we
Try
go.
to play the cannon, but
And he hasn't got it. And my God,
that's
Stefan
another
will
ball.
be blowing.
This is a twitchy frame.
Stefan will be blowing a big sigh of relief here.
The messy frame. This.
I'm just looking across at the body language. Matt Lawrenson's got a little bit of a smirk on his face. Stefan's still shaking his head. He can't quite believe that this frame is still in play and it's still 3-0 to Matt. But my God, you kind of feel with this exchange of what's just happened that Stefan needs this really badly. You kind of get the feeling looking at his body language there.
He hasn't looked great so far, but obviously if you get this frame on the board, he'll be happy.
Yeah, I think he needs it more than Matt.
Yeah,
I think even though Matt there's Mr. Cannon, the balls will get racked up and he'll just think, well, if it's 3-1, it's 3-1. I'm still 3-1 ahead, no problem, and just move forward. If Stefan was not to win this frame, exactly, he just looked at me again, and you kind of get the feeling he could blow up soon if things keep going wrong.
Yeah.
But it happens, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
It happens, a player just thinks...
I think Matt has played for has lined up for the middle and, well, wasn't far off.
Here we go, Stefan. Here's the gimme chance that you've been waiting for. I said that. I mean, it's if the red passes a black, easy starter. There you go. For those that don't know, but that have tuned into this, the public, he is a very capable player. Won a very good money match a few weeks ago against another very highly rated player, good player in Mark Singleton. So, if you don't know Stefan Risidi, listen, the guy can play. But sometimes you just get those moments where you just don't get up and running at the start of a match and doubts start to creep in and you don't look like other people watching at home think, oh, this guy's no good. But trust me when I tell you, this guy's a very, very capable player. And sometimes they just don't show it in matches at the start. And like Hayden was saying, you want to get up and running, get up on the board. You don't feel like you're part of the match. And he's got one now, and I think you'll see a different Stefan Risidi now. I think Matt Lawrenson smiling there, racking up the balls. Obviously, the camera's only giving you the back of his head.
Yeah, I think Matt would be deep down really gutted because he could have put sort of not the
stuck
first nail in the coffin.
Yeah, he could have stuck the boot in there and gone, right, nail one.
Yeah.
Because you kind of get the feeling if Matt had won that and something else had gone wrong for Stefan in the next
4-0,
frame,
5-0,
then the head could have gone down and Matt could have run away with it. But these two are in the winner's section, so whatever happens, whoever loses this will still get.
I think this morning in the winner's half, you could sort of not relax, but sort of think, play well. I mean, you can always got the second chance.
Yeah, we're just trying to see if I'm going to have a... Just trying to find out if I can give you any updates on any of the other tables. I don't know what the scores are with Seb Webb and Josh Kane and Craig Lakin and Rob Warren. A few of the other games, but sure it's up on Q Score if anybody's interested. And thin snick that was, not quite obviously didn't chop it quite enough, and presented Stefan with quite a decent opening here. They can negotiate the plant, and of course he's missed the plant, and but not too much damage done. Mr. Black is still on that side of the table. We've got the Q scores up, and I've got the perfect. Right, okay. Craig Lakin's absolutely flying here, isn't he? Look at the name.
5-1.
I wanted to commentate on that match, but I think they probably thought maybe it was best, and I didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I think Rob is such a great... Rob and Craig together, such fantastic players to watch, Rob Warren and Craig Lakin, so it's a commentator's wet dream to commentate on their game.
Yeah.
Matt Lawrenson, obviously, as we know, 3-1. Max Nosko's 3-2 up against Arf and Dad. And Josh Kane is 3-zip against Seb Webb at the moment. Tom Barley's 3-2 ahead against Liam Farrell. That's going to be a close game.
2-1, Greg.
Greg Betton 3-1 against Steve Petty. So Steve Petty at the moment, the pre-tournament favourite. And Matt Barcock 3, Gavin Lomax 4. And Simon Fitzsimmons winning 3-2 at the moment in what promises to be a tight match against John Rowe.
I think that will be a 7 each, maybe.
So Craig's absolutely flying. I mean, that's the one result, isn't it? That was one of those that could have been robbed. They can do that to each other.
Yeah, I think.
Mind you, you're not no slouch, are you, Hayden? I've heard about you. I've not seen you play.
Don't. Well, if you looked at me this tournament, it probably never looked like I would able to queue before. But
so if I'd had a bet on you this tournament, I said, right, don't ever.
The other person. Jesus, I don't know what turned up this weekend.
Well, if anybody doesn't listen, I can assure you, if anybody doesn't know who Hayden Finney is, he comes very highly recommended, and certainly one of the big names in pool for the future. I'll be the first to say that, even though Hayden's not had the best of times at this tournament. But that happens, Hayden.
It does, yeah.
As you'll see down the years, you can have other tournaments where that's going to happen to you. It's just part of pool. It's just where you can't
I mean, to be fair, it's probably my first big tournament.
And this is a big event.
Yeah,
it's become a
I played money matches, but tournaments are always different to money matches.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what. I'll just quick example of when I say this tournament. There's like certain players, for argument's sake, like the Websters, like Seb Webb. Obviously loves playing money matches, and obviously he's not a bad tournament. But say for argument's sake, like his brother Shane. Shane's not here, he doesn't really play these events, but he's a good tournament player. Shane is, but when he plays money matches, he doesn't show what he doesn't bring the best. It doesn't bring the best out of him.
I think some people thrive under that pressure, and some people don't.
And Josh Kane's just soured over there against Seb, and here's Seb's chance to get on the board. He's gone in off to the middle, chopping the red to the right corner, bottom right corner, and
Seb's got to take that.
He's got to be getting these, and he's in the same position Stefan was. He's been gifted a chance to get that first one on the board. He must take it. Matt Lawrenson swagging about here, flying balls in. Question is, I think he's got to fire the yellow into the top, load the bottom, and leave the double on the black into the. Well, I'd say it's certainly got to be the middle bag. I'd fancy go for the middle, but maybe if you can't get quite that far down because the red's in the way, play it as a double, because obviously there's two reds over that side. Should you get the pocket, that puts Stefan under loads of pressure. And he just pots ball, does he not? He just pots ball so well, left-hander stream, and he's playing absolutely superb shot there. Look at that. Just cue this. I mean, he's a little bit unfortunate to be hampered. but generally very happy with where that white is.
Yes.
Doesn't have to do a lot with this. Just find the right line and just play the right speed. Give it every chance to go in. Here we go. Is it too much? No,
Yep.
it's perfect. It's in. Great shot. And great
Clearance.
finish. Matt Lawrenson. Kind of too many complaints there, Stefan,
No.
really. He's missed one ball. Well, he's missed the plant. I mean, it wasn't easy because obviously he was trying to develop the black as well. And of course, that as a result has cost him the plant. So it's now 4-1, and as I say, Stefan could do with a nice break here, make a ball and get started. He's made a ball, so here we go. He's first in this time, and then Yellow's have gone pretty nice, haven't they?
Yeah, be looking for a this year. Sort of.
Never, or should I say, never does your confidence any harm.
No,
I
no.
say a nice breaking dish just to settle
Yeah.
it. I tell you what, that's an example of. That's an example of the other week when I watched George Turney play Emma Cunningham.
Yeah.
She could have gone 8-0. She had a chance to go 8-0 and she didn't. And George nicked the frame, and then the following frame, George broke and put in a nice dish.
Yeah.
And suddenly, out of nowhere, George looked a different player.
Yeah,
They come right back to 7-6.
Yeah, I did watch that game actually because I thought it was obviously the first time it's ever happened. I think a woman and maybe a man at that amount of money anyway.
Seems like every woman and a
28
dog
grand.
now is trying to play for money.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
these
yeah.
last couple of days, like other players are now listing games, ladies against men. It's like embarrassing.
Yeah, it is. But,
I think that, you know what, I've got this funny feeling, Hayden, within about another 5 or 10 years, that women, we see all these blokes playing each other every week, money bags announced. I think in 10 years from now, I'll be like, ladies of one country taking each other on county standard or where they both say.
Yeah. I've seen one ladies running match. I think it was obviously Emma and I think is it Kirsty Lee Davies, the Welsh player?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think they played each other once, and I think Emma won that. But
Craig Lakin's got ball in hand over there, and it's still 5-1, and it should he finish there, this could be 6-1 by the look of it. Aidan, really, it's at 2 reds to go. Here we go.
Can't see him messing this up.
Red into the bottom corner. The last red is over the middle bag. Simplest of reds. To the left centre, and across, walks around the table for the black into the right centre. He's bumped into Max Nosko again, second time on the next table. The beard to be feared, very much to be feared for anybody that doesn't know him. That's now 6-1 Craig Lakin. So he'll be pleased with the morning's work, definitely. And Seb Webb, I think has Seb got on the board?
3-1, yeah.
Yes, Seb's finally.
I think Josh is a break this year though.
Yeah, this looks like this has got 4-1 written all over it.
Josh is a very good player. He's such a young age as well, but.
Well, I mean, winning that World Masters against Mick Hill wouldn't have done him any harm, would it?
No.
Absolutely smashed that last ball, and I think Mick should have won. Obviously, made an error, if that's what we can call it, and give Josh one more bite. And Josh gladly said thank you very much and smashed the ball in, and that was it. And he had won the World Masters. So fair play to him. I say, for such a young age. Seems a very mature, accomplished player for somebody who is. How old is he, Aidan, exactly? I don't know.
I mean, I think. Well, I'm 21. I've got a feeling he's maybe 20, maybe 19, 20. So he looks very good.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something for nothing. He's one of the ones. If you look at obviously the fact that he's been to a World Masters, he will not be fazed by anybody in this room. No. No matter who it is, whether it's Craig, Seb, Waka Warren, Nosko, he wouldn't care.
No.
And he'd come here with a serious intention to do some damage. So if anybody out there fancies a bet, have a look at Josh Kane's price, because trust me, the kid can play. And he's worth
capable,
a bet.
Very capable.
He's definitely worth a bet. If you can get a decent price, he's worth some money because he's fearless.
Yeah, he is.
And when you're playing players that are fearless like that, and if they hit form and play well, which obviously like that could easily now be 5-zip, because obviously I said he had that in off in the last frame and it was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
So Seb's got it all to do, a bit like Stefan's got it all to do. They're both 4-1 down, and both need to start making inroads into their opponent before it becomes too late. And again, Matt Lawrenson there. Just they were the ones I was telling you about, wasn't it? And again, it's happened. Just those little things yesterday. I mean, he got away with it. He still won his matches, but when you get to the business end of these events,
Stefan has.
You have to start punishing, those mistakes, and the better players tend to do that.
Yeah.
And like now, Stefan's just been presented here like really. I mean, come on, let's be honest, Hayden. These have to go. quite simply
have
thought
to.
they have to go.
I think even I could have took these out on this weekend. That's saying something.
Hey,
So
you can take out a lot more than this, okay? Don't be too modest, people. Don't listen to him, people.
But,
at home.
he's got to take
being
these out.
he's being far too modest. But
see, look, that white's loose.
but he like they just. I mean, he's supposed to get into the motion anywhere near the yellow. It should just be like a simple stun down to the top.
he's
Because he shouldn't
struggling.
be even getting into. And right now, and there's another shake of the head gone in, and he knows the importance of this frame. And he really, really, really needs to win. I think he needs to win frame. I think if this one gets away,
Yeah, 5-1's a big ass.
I think
Lawrenson looks like a really good front runner as well. I think if he's ahead, his confidence is flowing. And
yeah, he's dangerous anyway. That's a great recovery shot. That is, if he gets on the red, how's you look?
Oof.
No look at all.
Knocked it safe.
I say no look. What I mean is, he's still on the red to middle.
Yeah.
But my God, that's not easy at this stage when you're 4-1 down.
May play. I've looked at the
I
safety.
think really, looking at that, what would you be playing here, Aidan? And bear in mind, I know you probably don't do a lot of footing.
No,
but,
well, I try to.
what would you be looking to do here?
I don't think he can play safe, really.
I think he's got to go for it. Into the
Yeah,
middle.
I don't know if he can try and get angle on the yellow the next red to screw back into the two, but
So basically, run the red through to middle.
Yeah,
Try
then-
and leave the one to the yellow corner pocket straight,
Yeah,
so you can
and
screw
screw
back
off the
to be the
cushion.
other side of these two reds.
he
That's
may-
not that bad. I
He
think
may
he can
still
do
get
it.
past the yellow, yeah.
Yeah, I think if he plays this with
Bottom
screw back
right,
and
maybe.
check side,
Yeah.
bottom right, the white will slide off the side cushion where his head is now. Come down, hold up, he's gone for the
Got it.
pick.
Is he in the middle?
Oh, and he's had no look at all.
No, he's not happy.
It's like a minute ago, he's come down table, landed on
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. He's played a very positive shot.
He's
And
jacking off here.
Oh, it's a clever little shot from Stefan, and the red goes. I
That red,
think. It
he's
doesn't
not
go.
happy.
No, it doesn't go. He's been robbed again. Or maybe that was the time to just dip in behind the red. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Probably, yeah. To get a snooker and I don't know. He played it quite
Obviously,
quick. I don't know.
Yeah, because Matt would have come off the side cushion and probably
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
the yellow, but then he would have given him another chance to regroup. Rob Wackerwarn looks absolutely distraught over
Yeah,
there.
he's not-
He's just broke down on the black. For anyone that's interested in obviously what's going on over there, if you're not watching that stream, I suggest you have a look at it, because it looks like there's a lot of fireworks over there. Warren's obviously chasing the game. He's 6-1 down. Craig Laken's got 4-6 reds, and the black's over the bottom left corner. But back to this game, and Stefan's make your mind up time. What do you do here?
I think
What are you playing here, Aidan?
I think he'd be going for it, and maybe a double or treble, but I think because now he's frustrated, he'd be chasing the clearance. That's all. I think double or treble is on for the middle
I'll be honest
pockets.
with you. How about this for a shot? I think come off the red
Play beyond the yellow, or
and just play
Yeah.
behind the yellow.
Containing,
And just
yeah.
ask the question, force him to go for it. I wouldn't
Yeah, I
go.
think-
I think the double gives him the game if he doesn't go in.
the way his head is, I think,
We'll
yeah.
wait for
And
Well, do you know what? Actually, I'm going to say, all said and done, that's not that bad, because
No.
look, okay, he's pushed the yellow to
I
the
think
side.
I
cushion.
think he may have played that to Callan the yellow. I think
Yeah.
he looked at that, but
And now he's asking the question.
Yeah.
And if Matt Lawrenson is straight on the yellow Aiden, which from my monitor I'd say
yeah, I
he
think
is,
he is.
that means he can't get to the side cushion. He can't get close to that
Yeah,
last
you would
yellow.
have wanted to play the one in the middle first to stun over.
So yeah,
but
that's a good shot. Good shot by Stefan. I think good call by Aiden there. He's looked at that.
Yeah, I
thought,
think he
have I
has.
played up, try and push
Yeah.
the yellow safe.
bit of shot to nothing like for the double, and but now it's obviously
It's a big frame, isn't it?
Yeah.
4-2. Stefan will feel like, right, I'm back in this match. But 5-1, it's like,
I mean,
oh.
I think he's playing this one down the rail.
Josh Kane's flying over there,
Yeah,
by
he
the way.
looks-
Sorry to get away from this.
He looks good.
And has he covered it? No, he hasn't.
Yeah.
He's not covered it, and that should be 4-2. This is the chance Stefan was looking for. So that clever little shot that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just said, Aidan, there, of asking the question and putting a ball safe and say, "Go on then,
Yeah,
mate."
go on then.
I've had no luck, so let's see what happens. Oh, he'll breathe a massive sigh.
I
of
think you're
relief.
happy with that being 3-0 down, and he hasn't really played well. So
And Josh Kane is just absolute. He's just shooting the lights out over there. It's another dish by the look of it. I think it's either a dry bicep and a dish or whatever. But those have disappeared very quickly while we were commentating on this game. Craig Lakin on the next table on control. The blacks now move from the pocket. Simon Fitzsimmons and John Rowe still battling it out over there. So many good players on show here this
there
morning.
is, yeah.
Fantastic atmosphere out there. And even though we're behind a glass screen commentating on this match, good break-off shot by Matt Lawrenson there. The yellows are pretty good, bar one on the left-hand side rail, surrounded by the two reds. And he's got an easy starter, so yeah, he'll fancy having a go at these.
I think he'll go from he's obviously a positive-minded player, so as soon as he sees an angle to go into him, I'm sure he'll take it.
Yeah, there we go, off the top cushion.
Wow.
And Rob
Good
Warren's
shot,
come out of a snooker and potted the black against Craig. And
sometimes there's turning points, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think being 6-2 down is still a big ass. But
I just made a motion over there. Look, Craig just looked across his volley. I was like, basically, just keep your head because you've done obviously a lot of good work to be 6-2
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. I mean,
so your 4x clear. Just
think you're ahead. So
well, put it this way: at 9:45 this morning, if somebody had said to you, you're going to be 6-2 ahead,
Oh, yeah,
at that
you bite
stage,
your hand
you're
off,
taking a
wouldn't
bite, a hand, arm, and shoulder. I think the whole lot.
wow,
Very positive shot by Matt
Planting,
Lawrenson.
that's class.
Great shot, and look at that, he's opened the whole frame up and the frame's at his mercy in literally what we've only been going a minute or so in
Yeah,
this
it's a
frame,
great shot.
and the frame looks already like it's gone. He's just got to keep hold of his white and just they're all there.
How's my good friend Greg getting on? 4-2 up. Good to see.
Yeah, just having a look here. So yeah, 4-2, 4-2. Arfan's leading 4-3 against Max. Liam Farrell's now 4-3 against Tom Barley, which is non-stream. Yeah, Greg's obviously 4-2 against Steve Petty. Matt Barcock and Gav Lomax now are 4-all. So if anybody didn't know the scores, there they are.
And obviously, if you, I think this is the first time as well they've added an extra prize round. So if they win this, they're guaranteed 500 quid. So that's another incentive.
Yeah,
so,
that's right. This time last year, if you lost at this stage,
yeah,
you got nothing. It was
so,
just your BFH.
Yeah, yeah.
So
they've added an extra prize round. So if you whoever wins this round, they're guaranteed 500. So
no. Whoever loses in the loser section at this stage gets 500. If you win this match, you then on the guarantee because you're into the quarters proper.
All right.
You're on the
yeah. Sorry. Yeah, the
losers.
losers.
The losers of this section get £500 and then still get another bite at the cherry to get back.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, I say that. Sorry. If they was to lose at this stage twice, they still get £500.
Yeah. So they added more money into it. So.
Good finish by Matt Lawrenson there. There wasn't really a lot more we could add to that, really, by saying this and that. I mean, they were there. He's played a great shot, opened it up, and the rest, as you saw, was pretty much straightforward.
3-frame lead again.
Yeah, it doesn't hang about. So for anybody that doesn't know Matt Lawrenson, you're getting a first-class view of a real flake, good attacking player. And Stefan's gone and done about the one thing he didn't want to do when you're 5-2 down. The last thing you want to do is sour, and look at where the balls have gone.
Reds, I think, all day long.
Well, it's got to be anti. I mean, to be honest, the yellows. I mean, if you took the red off the bottom corner pocket, even the yellows are there. But obviously, it's going to be reds. And Stefan has gone and sat down in the chair, and he's mumbling stuff. The little shake of the head going on, that sort of thing. But that's just frustration, and we've all been there. All players that play this game, all snooker, even if you like, have been there, and so therefore, I think he's just got to. At the moment, things aren't quite going his way. But what he should take positives from this is to say, really, the way things have gone, he could be 7-0 down.
Yeah, he'd be happy. Well, not happy with 5-2, but I think.
But even if he loses his frame 6-2, you win a couple 6-4. You're very much back in proceedings. So of course, there's time to recover. Like I said, the race to 11 gives you time to recover. So he needs to, if you like, maybe try and be positive and look at the positives. There isn't a lot of positives, but the 2 frames he's won, he could have lost both of those as well. So therefore, you should take heart from that and think, do you know what? I haven't even started playing well yet. I've still got a chance in this match. Rob Warren's broke down over there, and Craig's missed. And you need that. That's a surprising one down there. I don't know. Can't see Craig laughing.
No, I think he's
Josh Kane's flying though. You know here.
Yeah,
He really is. He's buzzing here, and doesn't seem to be. And every time I look over, it's only there, by the way, for those that are listening to our commentary on this game. It literally next to us, and we can see Josh Kane, and the fearless attitude is there, and he's just going about his business. And I haven't seen Seb much at the table, to be quite honest.
No, I haven't really. Apart from obviously the frame he's won. But
like we said, we're just waiting. Obviously, we're just talking about that because I'm waiting for Matty Lawrenson to actually start his chosen path here. So how he's going to take this frame out. So.
His free shot. Not too sure on that.
I tell you, what we said it was going to be reds. It looks like it's going to be yellows now.
Well, yeah. It comes to the free shot again. I don't really understand because he's had two. You could just have ball in hand. You got two reds in the middle.
Yeah.
All the reds go. I don't see
strange shot, wasn't it? Strange
it's just
shot.
A bit not 8-0, but it's sort of. I don't understand some of the free
Don't
shots.
get involved. I think is what you're looking for. Why get involved in the 3-ball plan? You don't really need to.
It's made it a little bit awkward now. Both colours. So it's a bit confusing. Oh, Josh has missed against
Josh has missed, and Seb's got a chance to maybe try and make something happen.
The reds will look nice, but I think.
Yeah, it's like 5-1 to Josh, so Seb really needs to start making some inroads into that sooner again, rather than later. With Josh being such a dangerous player, you don't want to be giving him too much of a head start.
He'd be very disappointed.
Matt Lawrenson.
He's had 2 visits and hasn't potted, so he'd be very, very annoyed.
Is Matt's on? I think Matt's on red, so now he's potted a red.
Yes.
So again, Stefan is.
He's got the skill shot possibly on yellows on the one over the yellow.
I'll be honest with you. I think if the yellow goes, the one he's queuing now, he's going to have to. I'd say have a go.
Yeah.
Have a go now at the skill shot.
Do you like these skill shots?
Me personally, I don't like them because I don't play them as well as other people play them.
I think you need to practice them. I think.
And Rob Ward made the finish off Lakin's mistake there, so it's now 6-3.
See that black, sometimes there's a turning point that Rob had at 6-1,
Yeah,
potting off a cushion, yeah.
Well, to be fair, like Craig kept him off it, he couldn't really do a lot more.
No.
Rob moved it from the pocket out of a snooker, then obviously Craig snooked him again. He's come off the top, behind the black spot, up towards the left middle, and hit it and potted it. So, but there, like Craig's missed a yellow into the bottom right, which really he should have made, and he didn't. And of course, Rob's capitalised to win that frame, so he's got to be careful, really, what he's doing out there. Like a bit of a warning sign that Rob still very much believes that he can turn that deficit round. So Craig's just got to mind his work here and just be very careful what he's doing. And obviously Stefan here has obviously tried his socks off there to just try and make something happen. Fired that one into middle.
I think he tried 3 skill shots in a row and just missed every one, but.
It's now 6-3. Quick update, Simon Fitzsimmons is 6-3 against John Rowe. And he's in the balls, but he's missed that. That was for, well, if that goes in, that's 7-3. The hand goes to the mouth. Bit of a surprise. Cav Lomax moved 5-4 ahead in his match. Greg Batten still 4-2 against Steve Petty. Tom Barley, Liam Farrell on levels at 4s. And Arthur Dad is 5-4 ahead against Max Nosko on the table.
I played that Liam Farrell in the losers half, and I lost 8-7. He had a monster fluke in decider, but that happens. But everyone's saying I was going to win that, but obviously he looks a good player. He beat Jordan Church last night. So
Liam Farrell is one of those from Coventry, a very accomplished player.
Yeah,
he's one of those.
He's quite slow, but he
doesn't. If you look at him, you look at some players, but Liam Farrell doesn't. He's not a great player now. He doesn't look a great player. It's his style, but he's very effective in the way he goes about his work. Josh Kane is on the black, I think, to move further clear at 6-1 by the look of it. And Craig Lakin's got back in off a Rob Warren mistake over there. Matt Lawrenson back to this game, has got ball in hand. Stefan obviously just chewing his chewing gum, looks rather...
It's like Alex Ferguson chewing it. On
it's a definite Fergie. Matt Lawrenson, obviously, everything's going his way at the moment, and Stefan just obviously looks rather bemused because obviously he's trying his socks off out there, but sometimes when things ain't going for you, it's just very frustrating. Very, very frustrating.
Q Sports are all mental games, so always
yeah,
be
like I
mentally
say,
strong.
even at 6-2, okay, Stefan is not out of it.
No.
He must stay with it mentally because, you know, you can have a 2 or 3 frame swing. You know that, Aidan, as well as anybody. And that puts you right back into proceedings. So you just like I say, try and stay mentally tough. Okay, just looking over there, Josh Kane is in the malls, and Craig Lakin's just made a very important finish, a shake of the head there from Rob Warren, and obviously very dejected, I think, because he knows he missed a chance there to pinch another one and move within 2. As it is, obviously Craig's now got obviously a 4-frame cushion at 7-3. So, like Hayden said, it's beginning to get a bit of an ass for him now.
Yeah, it is. I mean, might be slightly disappointed he didn't clear up in that visit on reds, but back to the table. If there's any questions, put it on the live chat for this game, and obviously on the main table. Josh Kane said, "We have any questions on there?" You got Gareth Potts commentating, so I think he knows about the game quite well. So. Struggling again, Matt, to get the position, but he's in control.
Yeah, sorry about that. Just went to the boys' room and Stefan got it all to do. But like I say, it's not. He's not out of it yet. Even if he loses this frame 6-2, we've seen some big swings around. I think it was. Is it Kevin George played Callum Singleton? I think it was 9-4 down.
Was he?
Yeah, he played. Is it Kevin George?
I think something like I
think that's
George,
his name. Something George, and he lost to Callum.
Wow.
He beat Callum Singleton from 9-4 down. So it just shows you, doesn't it?
Just shows you can do it.
And Callum Singleton again, another very good player. You would think at 9-4, his backers, or if you like, people would have thought home and dry here virtually because he's a good player. And your man's just said no, you're not home and dry, and taking him out. So it is
a crazy game. It does change.
At 6-2, you know, the guy needs 5 more frames, not 2 or 1 or 3 or 4. It's a long way from the line. And as we can see, the balls have only got to start going funny for you for a couple of frames. Yeah. And soon your mindset, you start asking yourself questions, thinking, well, am I destined to win this match? Because half an hour ago, everything was just so easy. Now, nothing's coming easy.
I mean, it is a weird game because it seems like if you're playing bad, you get the bad run. If you're playing well, you have those extra flukes and little flicks, don't you? So it is a weird game.
And Matt Lawrenson looks set here now to move 6-2. Just looking at some of the other tables, Tom Barley's moved 5-4 red. It's 5-2 now to your mate Greg Batten.
Greg.
So he's only 3 away from taking.
I think he got to the semis of the last event here, so he's obviously capable. And
yeah. And Matt Barcock and Gav Lomax 6-5 to Gav Lomax. Simon Fitzsimmons is still 6-3 against John Rowe. I think is Fitzy on the yellows, isn't he? He's on the black. He's snookered on the black, or is he?
No, he is yellows. I think.
Or is he yellows? Beg your pardons. Oh, and he's missed the yellow up the rail. But the black is dead on the cushion, so John Rowe won't be going anywhere unless he makes some sort of a double or treble or whatever. Send the black round the table and it goes in somewhere. Looking around the arena, and Seb and Josh Kane currently at. It's 6-1 to Josh Kane. I mean, Josh Kane's just running away with this, and Seb isn't able at this time to really can't get his teeth into Josh Kane. And that's what we were saying when I said earlier on. I said, if there's anybody out there looking for a bet, there's your man, Fearless. Yeah. There's your man. You know, he's still making very light work, but Seb's got to take, like, he's got ball in hand.
Yeah, he's got to take it.
7 reds to 1 yellow. He's got to start making something happen, if you like. The only problem is when you're playing a player like Josh and you're trying to make things happen, and sometimes you don't perhaps get those little nudges and flicks.
No.
It can be even more costly because he's so dangerous. You know, as a player when he's in the balls, he will. You start almost. You're asking yourself or start yourself, what if? Because you know what's coming if you don't get them. Mm. So it's tough at the top sometimes when you're playing. Obviously, when things aren't going your way and you're chasing a deficit. But Seb's experience, he'll know. You know, from his money match experience, when even if you are a long way back, it doesn't mean the match is over. It's still it's doable. You just need a little bit of luck, at the right times, and maybe a little bit of help from your opponent, getting a little bit of bad luck. You can soon turn things around. He's visibly speeding up here, and it's good to see. Come on then, Seb, let's make a match of this. Give him a match, let him know you're there. So at the moment, obviously, Josh is just Rob Warren's just made a dish over there quite quickly.
Another good dish from Matt here, 6-2 now.
Yeah, so.
Sorry, 7-2.
Sorry, 7-2, yeah, so that was a dinner. So, of course, that last frame has almost been like a double whammy because Stefan didn't get the finish. Well, just in big trouble now, I'd say now. 6-2 is one thing, but he certainly, for me now, at 7-2 needs to at least win a couple at one, you know, in sort of quick visits.
I think it's safe to say his head isn't in the best place at the moment. He's rushing and chucking balls in and
he's not hitting the break-off shot that well. I mean, if you look, they've opened, but for me...
Yeah, he hadn't hit that well,
did the initial, bang...
Yeah, you can hear it sometimes, can you?
He doesn't seem to have given it all of his arm and all of his concentration. He just got down, just hit them and thought, And they've sort of opened. By the time they've all finished rolling, they don't look too bad. They look actually quite good, but the initial sort of bang didn't seem to me like he really hit them like he could.
Right, so gone for the Reds. I think there's maybe one tied up, maybe two.
Yeah, it's just at the moment just not going Stefan's way. Obviously the breaks aren't working like perhaps he'd like them to, and Matt Lawrenson seems more than comfortable being a front runner and just potting balls for fun. Okay, that one's gone a little bit awry, but when you're 7-2 in front, I think you don't worry too much about it.
You can sort of relax a bit. Not too much, but sort of
because
let your arm flow.
Yeah, worst case scenario, I think whenever I lose this frame, I'm still 4 ranks clear. He's got it all to do. He's got to technically, like I say, at 7-2, he's got to beat you now.
Yeah.
9-3.
Yeah.
It's a big ask.
I mean, there is a skill shot here, but the yellow's so far away from the pocket. That's
Good call, Aiden. Yeah, it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't a high percentage
hard
shot.
enough
That.
with the ball over the O. So
Yeah, well, here we go. Stefan, chance for Stefan to win. Like I said, I mean, if you get this one on the board and then pinch the next one again, he's 7-4. He's still in the match. You're not out of it. So just got to keep believing and just try not to become too despondent. You know, I just think that's the main thing. That's what you've got to do.
Eb's got his Rob Warren's got his hands on his hips.
Just if anyone's not watching, Rob Warren snooked himself on the last red with the virtual gimme black to follow. So that's a massive, massive moment. If he's not able to come out of the snooker and pot this red, then he's inviting Craig in there for a 7-4. That this was for 7-5. Very important moment. This in the match. Craig will be sitting there, obviously anxiously waiting to see the outcome of this next shot. It's up and down somewhere, perhaps. Aidan, what do you think? Looking at that, is it up and down, or is he going to bend the white? We can't see.
Really hard to see, innit?
We don't have the luxury to be able to see exactly how much can he see.
I think if he can see that,
he's bending the white. Here we go.
I thought he would.
Can't see. Josh Kane's walked in the way, and he's missed it.
He'll be annoyed
a
at
despondent
that.
look, and the arms have gone to the sides of the body. The shake the head, hand on the hip, staring at the table, and you kind of feel that's a massive frame over there. 7-5 or 8-4.
Yeah, it's a big
8-4
swing,
means
innit?
you've got to win, obviously 7-2, and that's just a big ask when you're playing top players, trying to beat someone.
You got to take
7-2.
those chances.
But the thing is, he only had to get on that ball because the black was a gimme.
Yeah.
So if he gets on it, it's like say virtually the frame, and obviously Craig's just got drop-ins now, really, where the red is nowhere near any of the balls. We're just waiting. Obviously, Matty Lawrenson's left the room, so we'll just have a quick look at this. Me and Aidan, from where we're sitting, and I think Craig's finished on the 2 yellows down the right-hand side rail to the bottom right on the monitor, if that's how you were looking at it. But huge frame that is over there. Jordan Church just walked in behind us here. Morning, Jordan. Yeah, we're just looking at the other games, Jordan. Obviously, Josh Kane looks a man that's fearless today. Looks really good out there. And that was a huge moment in the Warren Lakin game. The Warren snookering himself on that ball at 7-4. So, and Craig will need no added intent. Obviously, he'll know the importance of that frame. 8-4 puts you in a great position. So, a lot of pressure out there right now. He'll know the importance is. Must make the most of this opportunity. He's just finished a little bit awkward. Matty Lawrenson's back and racking the ball, so we'll come back to that shortly. John Rose, I think, on the black snooker himself on the next table against Fitzsimmons. And he's made it. Great shot, John Rose. Great shot. Let's get back to my scoreboard here and see what's going on elsewhere. Just to let anybody know, Tom Bolly's moved 6-4 ahead against Liam Farrell. Greg Batten now 7-2 against Steve Petty. It's 6 apiece with Matt Barcock and Gav Lomax. 7-5 Simon Fitzsimmons. So John Rose come back into that from 6-3. And has he not put the score on yet? Because that might actually be 7-6 then, because he's not gone to the monitor yet. So that'd probably be 7-6. And Craig's finished awkward on the yellow, so he can't finish. So again, very despondent look from him over there. And Josh Kane on this next table, through the mainstream table, has got ball in hand. Is he on reds, yellows? By the look of it, he's on reds, and there's only 3 reds. Just looking at the path, and I think safely say that frame's probably over. And back to the action here. Stefan just looking like got a bit of a swagger here going on, just getting down now, just walking around, just trying to loosen up and make something happen. It's like I said, if he can get this frame, and it's his break, the next frame, and if he breaks well, all of a sudden he can be right back in it. So, you know, for the Stefan Risidi fans out there, you know, he's not out of this yet. He's just got to keep going and keep believing that things can turn, things can change in his favour. Craig's over there, played the snooker, and Josh Kane, what's he done there? I think he's on red. I think he's okay. He's still got obviously second visit. So much going on at the moment, but it's fantastic, the setup, obviously, with Beard Productions here, being able to do so many things here at once and look at stuff. And
So
Greg Batten's well on his
looks
way
like
over
Greg's
there.
very close to knockout tournament favourite.
Yeah,
And by the looks of it, I think Greg must have been the bet of the round, because I think he was 2-1, so you could have lumped on big there early, but in an accumulator.
6-all, Barcock and Lomax. Fitzsimmons is it's 7-5. He must have already put it on, so that was for 7-5. John Rowe swerving to pot the black.
So this is a testing
And
black.
this is a must, you feel, at this stage at 7-3.
It's not an easy black, but he needs to get it. No,
He's missed the black.
That was a smash and he's conceded, which I find pathetic with 6 reds left. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I think I agree with Hayden's last comment there. I think as much as frustration and you miss the black, you should never, with 6 or 7 balls, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Don't concede, let you make your opponent do the work and at least clear up. I mean, okay, you know, if Matt had, say, one ball over the pocket and the black's gone and you've given him ball in hand, fair, you think, well, he's going to miss from there. With 7 balls, anything, you could get a nudge, come off a ball and going off. You just never know. And Stefan, I think, throwing the towel in here. Body language here doesn't look good at all. Total, utter frustration. Looks very, very concerning for him. He'll get another bite at it, so if this one has got away, and it's not over yet by any means, but if he lose this match, he needs to get himself together and be ready to go again.
That's a good free shot.
It'll be the just having a couple of technical issues with the mobile phone to keep track of all the other scores around the room, so we can keep you posted on tables that are not streamed. If you don't have the internet, or should I say, if you're perhaps not paying attention, then we'll keep you posted. Josh Kane, obviously 6-2. If you're not watching that game, and looks for all the world. Seb's broke down.
Yeah, I think I don't think you've seen this frame. Seb had a chance. He did show frustration. He banged a cue on the table, etc. But
yeah,
didn't keep his.
We didn't tell you that last frame, Craig didn't clear up, and against Rob, it's now 7-5. So
yeah, Craig needs to make sure the next one or so.
And yeah, it's his last 3 in a row there, but he really should have won that last one.
Yeah,
for me, and it's very much match on.
Looks
now.
it as the first result there. Fitzsimmons.
And Cy Fitzsimmons has got through, winning 8-5 against John Rowe. He's not touched the monitor yet, but we'll just tell you he's won that match because we can see him put his cue away. So he's into the last 8 against the winner's side, whoever he gets drawn against. You can actually see it on here. If I had my glasses, I could tell you it's winner of Cy Fitzsimmons' game is match 176. So Cy Fitzsimmons will play the loser of. Cy Fitzsimmons, there he is.
Arfan and Max. He'll play the loser.
So yeah, if he plays Arfan and Max, he'll play the loser of that game. So it's 6-5 to Tom Barley against Liam Farrell. Greg Batten 7-3, so it's not quite over the line yet. Steve Petty's still fighting. Gav Lomax and Matt Barcock at 6-all. Matty Lawrenson, as you know here, as we can see, is well on his way, and again got the table at his mercy. And I think it's just a matter of doing the.
Yeah, I don't think he's on one here.
Doing the sort of necessaries. He's a long way in front, and something obviously for Stefan looks a little bit dejected now, and I think he knows things just aren't.
No.
Things haven't been going his way, and he's just visibly frustrated. Obviously from where we're seeing, and he's actually more interested looking at the Matt Barcock game and Gav Lomax than he is his own game. So maybe it's just a way of dealing with the disappointment that he's so obviously he's 5 racks behind, and he probably feels that he shouldn't be that far behind. But then in saying that, not a lot's gone right for him, and not a lot's gone his way.
No.
So
Stefan back to the table on reds. Another clearance he has to take out, which I can't see him messing up this. Make it 8-4.
stranger things have happened. Like I said, if he'd have kept his head and got the last one before this, it could have been 7-5.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to keep believing. At the end of the day, the guy's not on the hill yet.
No.
So in pool, running off 2 or 3 racks isn't like winning 2 or 3 frames snooker. That'll take you. Even if you're O'Sullivan flying, that'll still take you probably half an hour to win 3 frames. Pool, you can win 3 frames in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So you've got to keep believing that things can change in your favour. And Matt Barcock's gone 7-6 up there against Gav Lomax.
Wow. He's even missed that red. Jesus. Key upside down.
How's he missed that red? That is just simple ABC. Just push the ball into the pocket, centre of the white, and just cut it in. It's a naturalist angle, just pot the ball. Shows you right now where Stefan is mentally in the head. He's just been playing on autopilot the last 2 or 3 balls prior to that, and there's the confidence is shot. You know, you won't get a much easier, should I say, path to the line for Matt Lawrenson. I bet he can't quite believe right now how this is going.
Played in his hands here, isn't he?
I don't know what's what over there. I'm looking at the table, and Josh Kane is now set with 7-2. Lakin won 7-5, 6-3, no 8-3 Matt Lawrenson. Risidi, which we're watching, and Max has made it 6-all against Arfan, which is
big
not
game
streamed.
as well.
Huge game that.
That'd be a tight one.
The beard, to be fair, has got ball in hand.
He was awesome last night, Max. I watched him against is it Rathbone, and Max was absolutely he was flying.
He's flying, wasn't he, against Rathbone? I could hear in the crowd getting involved and cheering. They were loving it, weren't they? Obviously, like Lake, because Craig was playing on sort of the other table, just down from there against John Rowe, and also we could hear the Max cheers that was going on. I mean, we had some at our table as well, but it was a great atmosphere. And the beard, to be fair, after a 3-month lie-off, is very much in the zone and very much up for this. And the most electrifying man of all of 8-ball pool here is on his way, hopefully, to putting another one on the board to try and make it 7-3. He's not out of this yet. You know, he knows he can still. There's still time to turn this round, and he's got 4 drop-ins to make this 7-3 to give himself some sort of a fighting chance. You kind of feel he really desperately needs that frame at 8-2, and you think, well, I think he's gone at 8-2 against Josh. I don't think there's many players that would recover an 8-2 deficit against Josh, really. No. Any player in this room, to be quite honest, desperately needs this frame. Come on, that's saying he's got it, so just got to negotiate the last 3 reds. Not a lot to say about the game that we're watching, really. It just seems to me like Stefan's somewhat obviously deflated with the way things are going, and you know, we've all been there, all of us that play the game and know the game, so kind of feel for him a little bit there, but that's the game, that's the way it goes, and sometimes it doesn't go your way, and how you deal with it is down to you. And He's not played the best of shots there, Seb, but he's knocked the black in, so it's 7-3. And Rob Warren is about to clear to go 7-6.
So, is there any money matches lined up for Seb and Craig at the moment, or?
Well, the next outing is going to be December the 9th at the Corn Exchange. I think Lakin and Thompson do it again after a year or so, And I'd be looking at possibly playing Ben Mackey, Seb is, at John Rose Place at the Court Club, Peterborough.
Yeah.
Looking at $7.5 a man, that's what we're hoping Mackey can raise it, for the rematch, which makes it, a decent sized pot.
Yeah, I've played Mackey before, and he's capable. He's a good player, but I think Seb may edge that just because obviously he's played a lot of money matches now and experience with it.
I just think, the way the match went at the St Albans at the last time.
I don't think I've seen that one, but
nothing went right really. No. I think Seb was very inconsistent that day, and the table didn't help. The cloth on the table didn't help. Seb's used to a different. Obviously, we're playing at the Corn Exchange now, and the cloth's finer. And obviously, I know after that they changed the cloth down there, and obviously the St Albans, the same bar doesn't exist anymore. It should but at the time, it just never really got to grips with the table that day. It was like he was struggling with the table all afternoon. Never comfortable. And Ben Mackey, I think, on the day dealt with those conditions better than Seb, and he was able to prevail 21-19. But I think at the Court Club on the table there, with the way it is, fast table, I think it'll suit Seb. I think the big arena and all that will also, big audience in there. I think we'll get a good showing there, good day, good amount of people coming. So, and another break-off shots. Broke off and he's not made a ball. So it's Rob Warren to play over there, just having a look at that table. Seb's waiting, one of them's left the arena, and Stefan's just missed, and not a lot to say about this really. I think it's just a matter of time now for Matt Lawrenson just to pick up the pieces and just be professional to get over the line. Because I just think
I think
Stefan is almost resigned to his fate, and barring something crazy happening, there only looks like one winner here.
Yeah, I can't see him. Well, I expect them to clear up on reds. Yeah, I think they all go. So could be 10-4.
Just going to leave the commentary position. I need to go and get some refreshments, so I should be back in a short while. And if the match is finished by then, so my apologies. I just need to go and get a drink, so my apologies to anybody that loves the sound of my voice.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go to the bar, so I'll leave you in the capable hands of Hayden for a short while. Just going to take a short break.
Right, so it's got join the dots up here. I don't think you played that well. He's landed in the middle of everything. As you can see, the one over the hole. So I expect them to take this out now. Make it go 10-4 on the hill. Yeah. I think Matt would try and want to get this game over and done with as soon as he can. Else, it carries on to like 10-7. He'll get a bit frustrated not finishing the game off quick. But try break for Matt. Stefan don't have much to lose now. I think he'll be going attacking every frame. Not sure whether the yellow goes, but for a double, cut in the middle. Well, the looks of it, I think Gavin Lomax may have just won a decider. It's Matt Barcock, 8-7. By the looks of it. So Matt will want to try and get this game over now. Finish it off early so he has plenty of left in the tank later on. Big pocket now by the black. You can roll this in, play the reds into the middle. Depends what he fancies. Couple ones into the same corner now and should be all over. So this for 11-4 win. we go. 11-4, Matt Lawrenson. So, not sure when the next stream games be on, but just keep an eye on the live stream. There's two more games still on. So keep tuned in to Beer Productions and see it soon.